Hi everybody! Yeah! Welcome back to the Faithful Divinity. Sorry y'all, I do not have I'm kind of moving around a lot, but I just got home from visiting some family today. And that doctor's appointment that I talked about yesterday, I went to that today and everything is looking good. I'm very excited and happy, and I thank God tremendously for this. For this day. This day was so much smoother than yesterday, and like so much more joyful and peaceful. So I really thank God for that. I think a part of like today being so good was due to how I handled yesterday, because if you watched yesterday's video, you would know that there was like a mix up in my schedule and stuff. So it kind of just like, it was just like a chaotic kind of day. But I chose to deal with it in a good way and in an optimistic kind of light, and choosing to take away a lesson from it. So I feel like today is kind of a reward for that. So I thank God for that. But I have another video for you guys today because I was thinking about this on my drive over here, and I was thinking about how I wanted to visit my mother, right? I only saw my dad's family today, but I wanted to see my mother today because she, obviously loves to see me and my son when we're in town. But due to it being a weekday today, and she doesn't get off work until late, I wanted to beat the traffic because I have an hour and a half drive away from my hometown. So I wanted to beat the traffic, and I also didn't want my son to sleep super late because whenever, we drive a long distance, he'll take a nap in the car. And so I didn't want him to take a nap super late because then it kind of ruins his sleep schedule. So I wanted to leave, pretty early, like around 4. I ended up leaving around 4:30, and then, my mother doesn't get off until, by the time she gets home, it's like 6:30, and then to just like settle in and stuff, it would have just been like late, and it would have pushed me back. It would have pushed my schedule back. And so this is what the word is about, because I think sometimes we think that in order to obey God, we have to please other people, and we have to put ourselves behind and put ourselves in lack. And that is not the truth. The truth is that God wants us to be sufficient and fulfilled within ourselves first, so that way we can serve others the best and serve others in a way that is also serving Him. And if I was to visit my mother, I didn't tell her at all that I was in town. I had only told my dad because I needed somebody to watch my son. So that was why, and my dad is able to do that. And so I if I was to visit my mother, I would have been depleted of energy, first of all, because I spent all day, at the doctor's and like with family and driving, and so I would have just been depleted in energy, and I wouldn't have had a really good visit with her, because I would have just been like tired, you know, and like maybe rushing and stuff, and like I just don't want to do that. And also like rushing on the road with my son, you know, kind of late at night, like I don't want to do that either, because like, you know, for safety reasons. And so I wanted to say this word because I wanted to say it as a reminder, basically, that we don't need to people please all the time. Yes, I know that my mother would have loved to see us, but unfortunately, like with the circumstances, and also like I wanted us to have a good visit with her, I just decided that it was best this way. And I'm back home now. Me and my son were back, and I'm gonna give him a bath right now, and I have dinner cooking, and so it just feels kind of like, it just feels better this way. I feel more efficient. Sorry guys, the sun is going down, so it's kind of hard to find good lighting, but maybe just like right here is good. So yeah, I just wanted to say that because people pleasing is such a common trait and a common quality, and I want it to be known that it's okay to say no to people. It's okay to say no to certain things. It's okay to say no to certain situations, because we need to be able to recharge ourselves and be the best version of ourselves that we can be. And in order to do that, we have to recharge and we have to rest, and we can only, you know, handle so much contact with other people in a day, and we only have like so much energy to give to others. And I just want to, you know, put this word into use in terms of like being a godly person, because I think that it gets mixed up a lot that like, oh, godly people, they give so much of themselves, and like, oh, if somebody who's godly doesn't give, then they're gonna be cursed. And it's not like that. It's very much like I said in the beginning, where Jesus and ultimately God wants us to be our best selves. He wants us to be replenished, rested, taken care of, healthy, so that way we can be our best selves when giving to others. And you know, like I'm still gonna make the effort with my mother. I've made a video in the past about like me and my mother's relationship, and it's complicated, and I have to be careful with the time that I spend with her, and the amount of time that I spend with her, and also when I spend that time with her, because if I'm depleted, it's gonna be draining. And I just say that how it is, because that is how it is. And you know, I know that that's not every mother and daughter's relationship, but you have somebody in your life where, like, everybody has this kind of person where, you know, they have to be careful with that person when they're around them, because the energy of you and that person, there's a lot of conflict. and it can be really draining sometimes. And so learning how to put up a boundary for yourself, like, okay, you know what, I can only speak to this person, I can only talk to this person and be around this person for, you know, this situation, or like for like A, B, and C. And that for me is like when I'm full of energy, I'm in a good mood, a good mental space, and I have enough time on my hands, like more than enough time. That way I'm not diminishing my strength and my ability to be my best self. So I really just wanted to give this advice, a little piece of advice, because I was thinking about it on my way over here, and I was just thinking about like the change that I've had in order to have this kind of mental awareness and space and the ability to actually take the action. So I'm gonna leave you all with that, and I pray that all of you guys have a beautiful and blessed day or evening, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.